Eight Sword Samurai here. If you're a true samurai, please like, subscribe, and comment below. And now I get to the what if. And this is what if Deku was Doomsday. I know what you're thinking. Oh, it's gonna be another boring what if. Ha 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 ha. Alright, here we go. Deku is actually an experiment. The scientists created him. And the scientists were like, wow, we just created life. I know, sci-fi. Okay, here we go. Deku actually wakes up. The scientists had him for 4 years in a tube. A big ass tube. About a power line tube. But he's not that big. About half a power line. Excuse that noise in the background. I'm walking and it's gunfire. It's out in the woods though. Alright, back to the what if. Deku is in a tube. He wakes up, he don't know what's going on. And when the scientists see, oh shit, he's awake, I better grab the other scientist. And we need to check, is he alive? Or is he smart or mindless? Excuse for a moment. Alright, what was the other scientist grabbed the other scientist in the room that he's in. It is a white room. And Deku sees people. And the tube shatters. And everyone's like, oh shit. We don't know what he can do. But Deku just looks like a normal 4-year-old boy. Alright? He looks like a normal 4-year-old boy. Nah, fuck that. He looks gray, he's bald, and his teeth are sharp. Well, I mean sharp, I mean razor sharp. That's how sharp his teeth is. And Deku looks at the people like, who are you? And the scientist says, we're the one that created you. All of us. And then a girl speaks up like, oh, this boy is so cute. He looks like, what time is it? Whatever. And by the way, it's Inko. Yes, Inko works for this guy. And Inko speaks up like, if y'all not going to take care of this kid, I will. Scientists start talking to each other. They said, okay, but make sure he don't get out of trouble. Inko says, okay, I make sure he don't get out of trouble. And Inko takes Deku, that's his name. That's what the scientist gave him, Deku. Excuse me for a moment. Alright, I'm back. What was I? Oh yeah, Inko takes Deku home with him. I know what you're thinking. What the hell you going on here? What's going on? Well, if you listen and watch the whole video, you find out. Time skip. 1 year later, Deku has some muscle on him for a little kid. Alright? And Inko says, you know what? He's about to go to school. He needs to get smarter. Don't get me wrong, Deku's smart. Well, I mean smart. He is, how to say this? He is smart. Like, science is smart. Alright, how long is this so far? 6 minutes. And Deku actually goes to school. This is where he meets Bakugo and Toga. Yeah, I said Toga. You figure out who I'm shipping here, okay? And Bakugo sees this the teacher says, hey students, we have a new student. And his name is Bakugo. Inko Adoria. That is his name his stepmom gave him. That's what he calls his mother. And every week a scientist checks on Deku and Inko, making sure Inko's still alive. Because this kid looks like he could tear her apart anytime. Okay. Jumping back to school here. Bakugo is like, okay, who's this new kid? I never heard of him before. And the teacher says he is a transfer student from a different school. And excuse me again. As I was saying before I got erupted, Inko is a transfer student from a different school. That's what they're saying. That's what the teacher was told. And the students are like, okay, all right. And the Deku asks the teacher, where do I sit? How about you sit next to Bakugo and Toga over there? Hey, which ones are they? It's the two ones in the back and the right. Sit next to Toga. And he says, okay. He walks up to his desk and sits down. And Toga and Bakugo and Deku start talking. And Bakugo says, okay, your name is Deku, right? And Deku says, yes, call me Deku. That's my real name anyway. And Bakugo's like, oh, really? Wow. And Bakugo says, okay, Deku, what's your quirk? Deku's like, I don't know. Maybe what I am is a quirk. teacher's there, and how to say this one? Teacher's there, throws the papers, and says, "I already know what you want to be. Y'all want to be heroes." Looks like 3 students signed up for UA. And it is Bakugo, Toga, and Deku. And Bakugo is actually friends with Deku. Excuse me again. Alright, back I was saying. The end of the day, they already know they're actually going to UA. But no. Toga asked Deku, hey, can me, Bakugo, and you go to your house for a little bit? And Deku says, okay. No. Deku says, no, I'm actually busy today. Yeah. And Toga and Bakugo says, okay, maybe tomorrow. And Deku says, okay, see you tomorrow. Meet you at the park? And they said, sure. And Deku takes the shortcut and runs into... No, he goes the shortcut just like Cannon. He wants to get home quick. So he actually got stuff to do. He got videos to watch of All Might. Yeah, he's a big fan of All Might. Not a really big fan, but he's a fan of all heroes. There we go. All heroes. The top 10 heroes. And the slug villain attacks Deku. And Deku, he's lost in thought, like, okay, which video to watch? And he runs across the sludge villain. The sludge villain wraps around him and says, oh, this kid's pretty strong. He make a perfect, excuse me a minute. The sludge villain says, ooh, this kid right here make a perfect host. And Deku actually gets wrapped around the sludge villain. And he dies and actually comes back. He can breathe. Because if you didn't know, the sludge villain drowned you with his slime. The sludge or whatever. I think it was a sludge. Yeah, it's sludge. It's pretty much like a slime. An overgrown slime. Excuse me again. As I was saying, the sludge villain's almost like overgrown slime. Actually suffocates Deku. If I'm repeating myself, I'm sorry. I kind of lost my thought. And Deku dies. But he comes back and he can actually breathe. And the slime villain's like, what the hell? He's supposed to be dead. And Deku just gets out of the slime, busts the slime off. And then out of nowhere, All Might appears and does the Tetris Smash. As the sludge villain busted the sludge villain in little bitty parts. And All Might looks at this kid like, uh, what the? Because Deku actually evolved. Yeah, he evolved. His Deku evolved. He has spike. He has 2 spikes on his shoulders. He's almost like this picture here. Just take away all the spikes but the ones on his shoulder. And he's not that tough yet. He's not that built yet. Where am I? Okay. And All Might says, "Hey kid, are you okay?" And Deku says, "Yes, I'm okay." All Might. He's not fanboy. Boy. Ah. Son of a gun, I can't even do grammar. Right. Oh well. Excuse my grammar. And he gets his autograph after picking up the sliding bill and putting in the bottle. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'll be back to you in a moment. Alright, I'm back. I'm sorry about that. Okay, after he gets his autograph and puts up the slime villain and hands it to All Might, and Deku says, "Hey, All Might, can I ask you something before you leave?" He turns around like, "Okay, what is it?" "Can I be a hero looking like this?" And All Might is thinking, "Sure, kid. You can be a hero if you train enough." And Deku says, "Thank you. Thank you for answering me." And All Might jumps off the building and jumps to a different building and goes to the police and puts up the slime villain. And Deku makes it home, tells his mom, and I'm back now. Oh yeah. Deku comes home. He sees his mom. And Deku says, "Hey, I met All Might and I got his autograph." But Inko's not worried about that. Inko's worried about them 2 fights in his shoulders. And Inko brings him to a mirror like, look what this is. What is this? And Deku's like, oh, no. Inko, alright. Brings him to a mirror, and Deku's like, I don't know what happened. And Inko says, alright, I'm going to take you to the court doctor. Take you to the hospital or something like that. Let's see what's going on. Because the scientists never awakened his quirk. Yeah. Quirk doctor says it's a quirk. Inko's like, what type of quirk puts spikes in your shoulders? The quirk doctor's like, I don't know, scratching his head. But I know it's a very powerful quirk. Yeah. Alright, they're back at home. Deku's just chilling on the couch watching Dragon Ball. Yeah. Dragon Ball GT. Yeah. No, not GT. Watching Dragon Ball. Alright. Just watching Dragon Ball. Eating a popcorn, drinking soda. Until the UA is down. Yeah, I get that over. Yeah, okay. The UA is AMs. The USJ is AMs or whatever. You get what I'm saying. And Deku is walking. And what's his name? Give me a minute. And Ida sees this guy here. And it's Deku, okay? It's Deku. Ida sees Deku. And Ida's thinking in his mind, is this guy a villain? Let me, okay, Deku almost looks like this. He's a little bit more built. Alright, he's a little bit more built. Not much. He's a little skinnier. He's about 6 foot. He's 6 foot, has 2 spikes, and he's kind of built. Alright, yes, no, I'm not gonna leave it off here yet. Alright, Uraraka is nervous, and Deku walks over, does this. You alright? You look nervous. Uraraka's like, yeah, I'm okay. What the? Who are you? I am Deku. And Uraraka is scared because Deku looks like he can rip her apart and rip her in half and just walk off. That's what she's thinking in her mind. Oh no, this guy's gonna kill me. But Deku says this right here. If you're thinking I'm gonna kill you, you're wrong. Because even my classmates thought that. Alright, here we go. A little bit longer. I'm sorry, I'm pausing a lot. I'm doing this on top of my head. I'm sorry. Alright. Uraraka is scared. Well, I mean, scared. It feels like she's going to piss herself. And what is that noise? Give me a minute. Alright, it's just my brother's playing on some tin. Walking on some tin to get to the chicken house. Alright, now President Mike is explaining about the tournament. You know, the entry. And he's explaining it is a 0-pointer, a 2-pointer, a 10-pointer, if I remember correctly, and a 30-pointer. Correct me if I'm wrong, okay? I'm doing this on top of my head. I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep it close to canon, but you get how that goes. I haven't watched season 1 in a long time. Since it first came out. Alright. And Deku, he's the beginning of it. He's in the lead. He's in the front row. Doors open. And Deku just runs. And everyone else is like, hey, that's cheating. President Mike says, it's no timer in a real fight. And everyone's like, oh no. And Deku does it about 3 minutes. And he has about 300 points. Yeah, 300. He's like, alright, I did good. And he's about to walk off. And okay, until he hears screaming, and he sees a zero pointer. He's like, wait a minute, is that zero pointer screaming at me? You know, he's just thinking in his head like, okay, that's interesting. And then he hears it again. He's like, oh, that's someone in need. He laughed in his head for a moment, and when he's running. If you didn't find that funny, oh well. And before it steps on Araka, if I remember correctly, that's her name? Yeah, Araka. Deku just grabs the zero pointer by the foot. You know, under it. Just holding it. And he's doing this. You alright? And Araka's doing this. Yeah? Are you alright? Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. This thing is, it feels light as a feather. And Deku says, is trying to make a joke here. Alright. If I mess up this joke, I'm sorry. Deku says, how light you think it is? If you didn't find that funny, I'm sorry. I'm not really a funny guy. And Deku just flips the zero pointer and bashes it in. Bashes it in the pavement? Yeah, pavement. Until its head's bashed in. Alright? And Deku's like, reaches out his hand and says, do you need a hand? And she says, thank you. My ankle, I think it sprang. And then the timer goes out. Deku carries Araka, yeah, that's her name, Araka, to, if I remember correctly, a recovery girl. And super fly. And Bakugo talks to Deku like, I knew you were strong, but I didn't know you was that strong. Deku says, I didn't even know I was that strong myself. And Bakugo says, oh, wait, what? Wait a minute, you don't know the limit